Hey guys, so I got a order from Baker Creek, and this time it wasn't seeds, it was actually something else. So we're gonna go out and see what it is. Sorry if it's dark, it is nighttime for me, so I'm trying to get this done because I came in earlier today and I had a bunch of errands to run. So let's go see what it is. Alright, so as you can see I have 9 little pots right here, which means I have 9 plants in total. There's an extra pot over there. So I got, oops, already dropping them. So I got these, I don't know if you can see them, let's see. These are Dwarf ever-bearing Mulberries. These grow from zones 5 to 10, can be kept truly as a dwarf by planting them in pots and pruning them regularly. Will you get out of my freaking plants, dude? This is why nothing grows. Hold on guys, I'm sorry. I have a little troll of a kitty cat. He's literally like digging up plants as we talk. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, where was it? Okay, yes. So you can keep this a dwarf by pruning it, keeping it in pots. If planted in the ground, will grow to a tall bush, although tough and easy to grow, it is important to keep this plant well watered until established, not fussy about soil quality or pH, and do not need fertilizer. Prefers full sun, either planting in ground as soon as the late frost has passed, or transplant into a 5-gallon pot. So I'm going to put these in 2-gallon pots, all of my plants. I don't have to worry about frost. I'm well past that, even for the nighttime temperatures. Marshmallow, will you please stop? So these are the mulberries, so they are going to be going in those 2 pots. Kitty zoomies. Okay. The other ones are, let's see. The other ones are Boysenberries. These ones are self-pollinating, which is always nice. They're hardy in U.S. zones 6 through 9. Small, tender plants will perform best when grown in pots for the first season. Allow the plants to go dormant. In their pots and protect their location over the winter. In the second spring, and put them in there after the last, you can put them in the ground after their last frost date. And you want to plant them about 5 to 6 feet apart. Sorry guys for the poor reading, I am doing this with a shadow. But they prefer well-drained soil. They prefer a loose, sandy, loamy soil. We've got plenty of sand. Plants will become into full fruit in the second year, so it's going to be a long-term thing for these. These are also going into 2 pots as well, because those come in 2s. These guys come as a set of 3. These are the full golden raspberries, so these are going to be a yellow or orange color. Hence the word golden. You plant in the early spring or late winter for warmer zones. You prepare the soil with compost or aged manure for a couple of weeks before planting. Raspberries love moisture, so try soaking their roots for an hour or 2 before planting. Good to know. Dig a hole that is roomy enough for the roots to spread. Space plants about 3 feet apart in rows 8 feet apart. After planting, cut back canes and leave about 8 to 10 inches, depending on the variety of yours. Depending on the variety of you plant, you may need to fashion support. A trellis fence are good. So, okay. So these ones are supposed to be good in high zones, but I think they're also good in low zones. I'll have to look onto Baker Creek for those. But these ones are going to go in those 3 pots. And then what I was most excited for, because blueberries is a big pain to find for my zone, which is 9B, these are called pink lemonade blueberries. So for those who have grown blueberries or have seen blueberries grow, blueberries start off with these little pink berries and then they turn a blue-purple. These guys never turn blue-purple. They stay that dark pink color. These ones are recommended for zones 5 through 9, requires well-draining, high organic matter and moisture, acidic soil between 4 and 5, and you want to test the soil, add sulfur to lower the pH if needed, add moisture and compost to increase organic matter and improve drainage. Plant in full sun, mulch with sawdust, or wood chips to keep well watered, 1 to 2 inches a week. Consider irrigation like soaker hoses and netting to protect the berries from birds. So these ones come in a pack of 2. So only the raspberry came in a pack of 3. This whole order plus the 1 pack of seeds I did buy, which are the red Malabar spinach seeds, was $63.50. It would have only been $60.50 had I only bought these, but of course I have to buy seeds. So it was $3 more than I originally planned. And these guys, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till next year because they have a very small window of when they're available. The listing states from March to May, so they may come back sometime in the next month. I just keep looking at bakercreek.com and seeing if they do. Right now they have boysenberries and a few handfuls of other things. They have like purple sweet potatoes and like other things available as well. So it's not just these plants, but these guys for me came all the way from Florida, and I think it was something Dora, Florida is where they came from. And they came in a little tiny box in these bags, and each one of them has a little plug of soil wrapped around them, so as if you were to start them in a tray, that little plug that you would see when you start seeds in a tray, that's exactly how they came. Each one of them has a little bit different shaped plug. Some of them are cylindrical, some of them are coned, so it kind of just depends. I would say for being in these bags for a week, they've been pretty well kept. They're still mostly green for the majority of the reason. I might have to trim the ones that have really dead spots on them, but for never buying live plants before in this manner anyways, I think that's not so bad. I am going to keep them outside. I'm not going to put them inside, although I may soak these guys like they recommend for an hour. But other than that, I do have a soil acidifier that I'm going to use for the blueberries. It does state for new plants when planting them to put it straight in the soil where you're planting it. My soil is just this basically, but instead of amendment, regular soil, and steer manure, it's the Kellogg raised / potting mix and steer manure. So I'm going to see how that does. It only recommends about a teaspoon or so for the new plants. Well, it says if it's a 12-inch hole, 2 teaspoons. So less if the hole's smaller, I would assume. And I think I'm going to plant them a little high on the stems, just to give them a little extra support. I am going to try to support the best I can while they're small, and I'm going to try to probably keep them along the back section here, because this is going to get filled in with stuff I have inside. So I'll show you guys in an upcoming video soon about how that's going, because I have a surprise my husband built me to show you guys. So I'm going to probably get all these planted here. We're going to come back and then we're going to see how that looks, and then I'm going to put them all back there for the night and everything, and we're going to keep updated as often as I can. I try for once a week, but we'll see. Lots of things to do. So, thank you guys for sticking around this far. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so the raspberries, I planted one already, but I didn't want to soak them for the whole hour because I noticed that they're in these little peat pots, little pellet things, and these little guys. And they're mostly all the way soaked except for the first like half of the outside of those little things. So I'm just going to plant them into the pot, which is right here. Make sure you get it into the pot, and then we're going to talk about them a little bit. I did put the other ones in the back, so basically all I did was stick my little trowel as far down as it can go, and then lever back and forth, and then turn it in the other direction and do the same. And then set them gently, push them down just a smidge, and then push the dirt around until they're covered, and then lightly press down. I did leave room in all the pots. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a lip right here. It's about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch. But I left about 1/2 an inch, so that much from my fingertip to the top of the thing. And then that way, if I need to add any more soil, I can do so, but that's also for water. So that way when I put the water in there, it doesn't escape. And of course they have drainage holes, so I'm not worried about that. So I'll just get this last one all done up. Pour the water in both of them, or all 3 of them, I guess. No, just both of them. I already watered that other one. Okay, let me go grab the water real quick, and then we can talk about it. Okay, so what my issue is, and like I said, I've never bought plants like this, particularly where you had to order them offline and then shipped to your house. Now I go to a nursery all the time, but the nursery doesn't carry these to my knowledge, especially the pink blueberries. Those ones are hard to find just in general. But these all came with various little leaves, with stems with leaves. Should pull it down a little so you can see, okay? So these little leaves, they're on various different stems. And this is the only one that has surviving leaves. Like, all of them were broken. The other problem is, let me get a better example. This guy is a pretty good example. They're all this brown color, and some parts are mushy. Now I understand that they had to spend a week in a plastic bag inside of a box, inside of various different mail trucks, but why would you send them that way? Wouldn't you want to send them dormant, I would assume? But we'll see how they do. I kind of have hopes for 2 of them. That one I showed you just a bit ago, not so much. This one I had to pluck most of the leaves. You can see this top bit. Let me get a good angle for you, maybe. This top bit here, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little sad. It's a little iffy. I'm hoping that new shoots just grow off of them, so that way, make sure I don't get any dirt on this. So that way, you know, I can still have my raspberries, because that was the whole point of me getting them. Sorry, I'm just putting them on the back side of all these. Bonus tour. So yeah, the whole point of me getting them was to have them to actually be able to grow and not to die on me immediately. However, I am keeping the packaging, so in the event I need to request either a refund or for them to send me a new set, then hopefully I can do so, because they have a guarantee for them to survive, because they have to be able to guarantee that they will survive to your house and to grow. So I'm gonna give them some time. Maybe they're just still in a semi-dormant state and they did send them in the correct manner. I'm not sure. It's like I said, the first time ever buying them like that. So they're just gonna stay basically back here as much as possible. This will be berry row for a little while. This does get the equivalent of full sun for most of the day, and then it is given a break with shade for the rest of the day, and then it has partial shade or filtered shade through some parts of the day. So like over in the darkness is the east, my house is west, that should be south, and behind me is north. So everything's planted north to south, including over there as well. So hopefully these guys will get eastern sun in the morning and western shade in the afternoon, like most of these do. So, but that is my Baker Creek haul there. I can show you guys the Malabar spinach and the free seeds on a inside tour of what I have going on inside, which should be like the next video or so. I just don't want to go all the way inside right now. I'm already out here. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a lengthy video and everything, and I kind of rambled a little bit, but I do appreciate you guys sticking all the way through. If you guys can give me any suggestions, any thoughts about, you know, have you had anything like this? Have you experienced anything like this kind of thing? You know, well, that would be very appreciated, so that way I know like what to expect going forward now seeing that issue, because to me that seems like a problem. But I have noticed some plants around me are still dead looking. I have a bougainvillea in my backyard that's still dead looking the majority of the reason, so I guess we shall see. Alright, well, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, that always is appreciated, and thank you once again.